Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. I love being back on Mondays in this chair right here. Even if it's not the comfiest, I just love being here with you. And we got a wonderful show today because the shopping season is upon us and I gotta spill the beans and share the deets. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope your week is starting off super freaking fine. Make sure to smash that like button if you get excited that the show is back on Mondays. And let me know your take on today's topics in the comments down below because I'm bringing you the top 5 Nintendo Switch accessories for this 2021 holiday season. The ones you're gonna wanna ask for, the ones you're gonna wanna gift as we get closer and closer to the big gift giving season. This is the list, the ultimate SwitchForce seal of approval, best things to elevate your Switch game, and I know you're gonna love them. Plus I got some news bits in here as well. Gotta spice those in like some fine cider. So let's dive in. And I also want to let you know that tomorrow I'm doing a super special live stream with my friends at Lexar. You know they make fantastic memory cards, so you can always click the link in the description down below. But I'm doing a special live stream tomorrow. I'm hosting the history of Switch, past, present, future. It's gonna be a super fun time taking your questions, hanging out at 6 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, November 23rd. Please join me there. I'll put a link in the description down below so you can be ready. It would mean a lot if you came and supported. I'd super appreciate it. But now, let's get onto that list. All right, look, I have played Switch since before the Switch came out, all right? I've been all about Switch since 2016. I've been all about Switch since it was called NX, and I've tried just about everything under the sun. These are my 5 picks, and we're gonna start with something quite fun. If you have a Switch and you wanna upgrade your experience, if your hands are bigger than a baby doll's, then the Hori Split Pad Pro is probably for you. The Split Pad Pro is a fantastic way to make your Switch feel more like a real controller, all right? It slides on so nice, whether it's the OG Switch or whether it's the OLED, these things pop on perfectly and they come in a variety of colors, and I like the price, all right? It's cheaper than a normal set of Joy-Con, and these sticks feel like the other consoles, right? It feels much more like a normal controller from like an Xbox or a PlayStation, and I think it just really gives the Switch much more handheld playability. It does extend the length quite a bit, but they manage the weight and the balance superbly. I've had these for about 2 years now, and I freaking love them. They've continued to come out with different colorways and different ones like for Pokemon and things of that sort. I think they're awesome, and if you wanna up your Switch game without having to dish for like a Pro controller, or if you just wanna play portably, if that's the way you wanna go, especially with the OLED screen, the Hori Split Pad Pro is phenomenal. And even if you're gifting for someone that already has a Switch, already has controllers, like this really does make it a great way to play and a great way on the go for all your holiday travels to enjoy the Switch without having to dip down to play on the Joy-Con all the time. For games like Metroid Dread, this is a big boost because it's kind of hard to do all the quick movement and defeat the difficult bosses when you're relying on the Joy-Con and their tiny little sticks. You can grab the Hori Split Pad Pro for about 45 bucks on Amazon. I'll put links to all these items down in the description below. And I will let you know that with the Hori Split Pad Pro, they cannot be used wirelessly. Like they're gonna have to be chunked on to the Switch itself, although they did just come out with a new accessory, kind of like a grip for the Hori Split Pad. So if you wanna convert them into more of like a Pro controller, you absolutely can. You'll just have to get that extra specific grip. This kind of blew me away. Let's squeeze a little news bite in here for a quick minute. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, you know, they weren't received incredibly well. I mean, they're still Pokemon, so they have merit, but these were kind of boring ports, and yet they're still selling like hotcakes. Over in the UK, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl took the top launch spot for Nintendo Switch in 2021 and actually managed the second largest launch of the year, only behind FIFA, and that's over in the UK where football is everything. So Pokemon, man, it don't matter what you put on that cartridge, as long as you got one of them Pokemons, as long as you got Pikachu, people are going to buy it. And Switch owners are clearly just as crazy for Pokemon as past consoles, and this one is gonna be well on its way to double-digit millions, I am sure of it. I'm really curious how Legends Arceus sells, since that one is very divergent and different from the rest of the series. But if Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are any indication, we're gonna see 2 star-studded Pokemon sales launches nearly back to back. All right, we've reached the magic hour because this right here is the best Switch accessory. Hands down, this is my favorite, and as long as you have a Pro controller, this is the absolute best way to play Nintendo Switch. hands down. I'm stating it, I'm claiming it, I'm putting my SwitchForce seal straight on it. This is the Fixture S1, and it looks like just a little tiny piece of plastic, but I'm telling you, it is a game changer. And if you have a Pro controller and you're not a fan of the Hori Split Pad Pro, this is the way to go. The Switch slides in, the Pro controller snaps on, and you get to play Portable Pro. All right, the only downside to this controller is that it currently only works with the OG Switch. They're working on an OLED model, but I'm not sure it's gonna make it out before the holidays. Nonetheless, if you have an OG Switch, you gotta do this. It's the best way to play. You can get the fixture by itself, or you can get the fixture with a case, and the case is actually really convenient because it allows you to keep the Pro controller and the Switch slid into the fixture and close it up, case it up nicely. It has some game cartridge slot compartments. It's a really convenient and compact way to store everything without having to detach or take apart, and it all just feels so fantastic. Now, I'll be completely transparent and say initially, Fixture did sponsor me to talk about their product and test it out. I love it so much, I just talk about it all the time. Like, it became my favorite accessory. I'm so glad that they were like, yo, check us out, because I did not know how much this would change my Switch gameplay sessions. And if you have a Pro controller, it is bar none the best way to play. It feels fantastic in hands, and even more than the Hori Split Pad Pro, you now get to use the Pro controller on the go wherever you are. It's balanced, it's lightweight, it feels fantastic, and I can only hope that they get that OLED model out soon, because I've been missing my fixture while I play with that sexy screen. It's just not the same using the split pad or the Joy-Con. This is my ultimate favorite of all time Nintendo Switch accessory, and you can grab them on Amazon for $35, or if you go direct through Fixture Gaming, I got a little discount code SwitchForce that'll get you $5 off, so then it's $29.99. Another quick note for you Good Morning Mario faithful. I posted a full video yesterday, but just to fill you in, GameStop is doing kind of the unthinkable and have put a bunch of Nintendo Switch first-party big hitters for $26.99. Now, these are many of the same games that Nintendo said should be on sale for $40 this Black Friday, and GameStop was like, nah, we're chopping 13 extra bucks off of that. And the reason I want to bring it to your attention right now is because I do believe that some of these will sell out. So if you're interested in picking any of them up, stuff like Breath of the Wild, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Paper Mario the Origami King, Kirby Star Allies Splatoon 2, Astral Chain, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, or Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, I would get in on it right now, and let me know in the comments down below if you do. Now let's talk cases for Switch, because as you go, you need to make sure you protect your baby. And I've been a big fan of this really expensive case for years now. It's from Waterfield, and it is their City Slicker case, and it's awesome, but it's $88, which I know is like an insane price and probably completely overboard for what you need. Now, there's plenty of Switch cases that get the job done, but I want to kind of highlight two for you today. One coming your way from Waterfield themselves, because they just introduced a new, cheaper version called the Dash Express case, and it is $39. Now, this case doesn't have all the same bells and whistles as my preferred City Slicker, but for less than half the price, I gotta give this one the edge. It still has the super soft, fuzzy interior, and that's probably my favorite feature. It's gonna keep your Switch so protected and the screen so unscratched because of the top tier materials they use inside. It still has compartments for your games to slot in nicely. It's gonna have a very low profile and low footprint, so you can put it in just about any bag, and it's going to keep your Switch or your Switch OLED secure with the Joy-Con on. I like this a lot. It's gonna be high quality, it's sleek, it comes in some nice colors, and it really is a good case. They even have a Switch Lite model, but I wanna highlight another case for you that does come in at a budget price, which is gonna be the Tom Talk Switch case. Now, this one has an even smaller footprint. It's not even really a foot, it's more like a handprint, okay? Because it basically adheres directly to the Switch. It even bumps out for the sticks themselves because it's such a slim and slight form factor. You might worry about this not being protective, but it does have a harder exterior shell, and I like Tom Talk for my laptop case, for my Switch case, and at $18.99 with a bunch of different colorways, it's really tough to beat. Comes on Amazon nice and quick, and if you're looking for something just easy peasy, a good price, and a good way to protect the Switch you got or the Switch you're giving, then I still give a big SwitchForce seal of approval to the Tom Talk variety. Next up, battery life can be a bummer when you're on the go, and maybe you don't have access to a lot of nice charging ports, or maybe you don't have access to your dock, or maybe you don't have access to your typical setup. So a power bank can be a really good pickup. Now, of course, you can charge the Switch up with any old power bank. It just might take a while and it might not give you a whole lot of charge. Typically, officially licensed stuff is overpriced, but in the case of the Anker Switch Power Core, I think this might be a time where it's worth paying the premium. It is a $58 power bank, but it's gonna charge up super quickly. You can play while you charge. You can also charge another device like your phone at the same time, and it's gonna give you over 10 hours of additional battery life. Yes, that's a lot for a power bank, but think about how much better it'll be when you're on the go and you're trying to save your game and you don't want to risk losing it all. Or you're on the go and you're trying to keep your little brother entertained and 1 or 2 more races of Mario Kart are going to save your family's trip. Now, this will charge your Switch fully in about 3 hours, but as I mentioned, you can play as you charge, which is a really nice feature. And this thing can even charge MacBooks and other devices as well, so it will be multifunctional, even though it does have like an official Switch logo on the front. It's kind of large, it's nearly the size of the Switch itself, so this is a substantial power bank, but it is going to provide you the best charging, and you know there's not going to be any issues or any slowdown since it's specifically made for the Switch itself. But if you want to go a little cheaper and a little smaller, I like the GillyKit Battery Master Pack for $42.99. Now, this one is going to snap onto the back of your Switch so that you can still hold it portably as you play, and it's not going to add too much weight. It's going to allow you to charge up a little less power than the official model from Anker, but it still should give you around 10 hours of additional battery life, and it still can charge additional devices like your cell phone at the same time. The big difference here is that A, it's not official, so you're getting a bit of a price discount, and B, it just snaps onto the back of the Switch, so you don't have to lug around something separate or keep them tethered together. It just snaps onto the back and is a really nice way to continue playing very portably while still charging up your system and still playing as it charges. Honestly, I think I lean more towards the latter because it's all one cohesive unit. You're not trying to carry around the Switch and the power bank and trying to set them up or have them be falling apart or slipping around. You just have the Switch and then it's charging up on the back. It's not official, it doesn't have as much power, but I do really like the form factor, and for me, that gives it a little bit of an edge. Now, those are my very top picks, and I think the versatility of what I selected will really enhance your Switch in ways that kind of eliminate the need for some other superfluous accessories. We see a lot of different stands and a lot of different helpers in that style, but with something like the Fixture, you don't really need a stand, and with something that helps charge it, you don't need any sort of extra battery case, and we've kind of got you covered. So again, all the links and info is in the description down below for y'all to check them out for yourself or for others. Hope I helped you find something really fun to ask for or to get for somebody else. And now let's get to our poll. All right, today I want to know your favorite Thanksgiving tradition. Of course, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, it is this week on a Thursday. I gave you food, football, family, and I don't do Thanksgiving. Now, 27% of you don't do Thanksgiving, and I love that we have such a diverse audience. That's super awesome and important to me. 50% though, all about that turkey, all about that stuffing, all about those cranberry relishes. 50% picked food, 19% picked family, which I would normally pick, but as a diehard, lifelong, hopeless Detroit Lions fan, I had to go with the 4% and pick football as my favorite Thanksgiving tradition, because the Lions are always on Thanksgiving, and they always disappoint. Man, they suck. The only winless team in the NFL right now, but they're on the right track, okay? They're in a rebuild. I like their coach. He's a good guy, and I think they're gonna get somewhere, hopefully sometime soon. But yes, football, family, food, or no Thanksgiving, whatever you do, I'm grateful for you, and I hope you do have a wonderful week. Of course, we'll be back before then. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video, and hopefully I'll see you on tomorrow's stream at 6 p.m. Link in the description down below. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. I love you so much. SwitchForce out.